my name is Barb Pitcock, and today what I want to share with all of you are the 3 reasons that I have found that people will not join you. They absolutely will not join no matter how good your product, no matter how good your company, no matter how great your tools, your system, your upline. If you do not solicit these 3 things, nobody will join your business. So after learning the 3 reasons why people don't join you, I have found an easy way to eliminate all excuses, overcome every objection, and figure out the real reason that's keeping someone from coming on board, from filling out that application, from buying that product, from getting online and signing up and saying, I'm in, let's go do this. And I want to share those 3 things with you in this short video clip, and hopefully it will help you increase your sponsoring ratio, start closing more of the people that you spend your valuable time talking to, and not just you, but your team will start to duplicate. So I have a long all-day training that I do with closing techniques and phone skills, but this is really one of the most powerful points, and I just wanted to share it with you real quick. I hope that it will help you as much as it's helped me. So if you're talking to someone, I'm talking to someone, and I say, are you ready to get started? And they say to me, nah, actually I don't have the money right now. The one thing that I've learned is the first thing that people say is really a lie. It's not the real reason. It's like when you or I go in to buy a new pair of shoes or a dress or a fur coat or a car or anything that we might go buy. When we go in and we look at that item, we get kind of excited about it, and we might try it on and it feels good or it looks good, or we're wondering if we should purchase it. And then the immediate thing that happens is we start telling ourselves every reason why we probably shouldn't get it instead of every reason why we should. And so the number one reason why people do not join your business, do not buy your product, or become a leader on your team, number one reason, in my opinion, is that you did not solicit their dream. Their dream is the most important thing. Number one. The number one thing you want to talk about is what is it that they want out of this business. And I always say to people, if you could see yourself working with me, if there was a chance that this might work for you, what would get you most excited? And I spend more time talking about what they want, how they see themselves, if this were to work out, even half as good as we've talked about it working, and I get that going in their mind. No different than if I go into a boutique and I try on some little black dress, and I'm looking in the mirror like, can I really pull this off? Should I really buy this? I look at the price tag, I wonder, well, my husband would never say anything, but some people think, what would my husband say if I bought this dress? And then what happens in your mind is you start finding all the reasons not to buy the dress. Sometimes you'll even lie and say, I might come back. Can you hold this back for me? I need to double check and make sure. You start making up all these excuses that aren't the real reason. They're the sound good reason. Now, if that person that were watching me in that boutique try on the dress were to come up to me and say, you wouldn't believe how good that looks on you. It makes you look so young and thin. You're going to be the best looking person at your class reunion. You're going to have the most amazing dress at that formal dinner. The reason we buy things is all attached to how we feel about things. And so soliciting that person's dream, painting the picture in their mind, helping them understand the benefit to this purchase and the feeling, the emotion, attaching something to it other than it's a business, it's a product, it's a service, it's a system. They've got to have emotion and feeling. So the number one reason people will not join you, number one, is you didn't solicit their dream. So to fix that, you need to solicit the dream. And the only thing you talk about is the dream, the dream, the dream. And when you get ready to close your prospect, you go back to, now, Barb, we talked about this. If we were able to get this dress in your size, if we were able to get you in this company at a business builder pack right now, if you were able to become a CEO right now, and it did work that we could get you into that free car, if we could get you making $2,000 to $5,000 a month, would you have some things that you would want to do with that? What would you do with that extra $2,000 to $5,000 a month? And when they start to talk to me about what I would do with it, at the end, when they're closing me, if they're smart, they're going to go back to, I can't wait till you're driving that free car. I can totally see you making $2,000 to $5,000 a month in the next 90 days. And when you're soliciting that dream and you close with that dream, almost 100% of the people that I talk to join my team. There's only a few people that don't join me. Those are people that don't qualify, the few percent that make way too much money to even look at an opportunity that I'm selling, or the other percentage. And the reason why they don't qualify, they don't have the motivation. They're just absolutely too broke to even get involved at the lowest level. And for that person, they actually need to go get a job, go get a part-time job or something to get them out of their current situation so they can really afford to focus and to build and invest in a part-time business. So I'm using this analogy of the little black dress because all of us can relate to that. All of us can relate to that car that we bought on impulse because of the feeling, because we got in it and we put the top down and our hair was blowing in the wind, or we got in it and our husband was with us and he was revving it up, seeing how many RPMs it had. We buy because of feeling. And your prospect buys because you solicit the dream, and it's the way you make them feel. They trust you. They know you. They like you. They trust you. So if someone's not joining your team, if you're not doing well as far as your closing ratio, think about what you talk about most of the time. Are you so full of information and product knowledge and company knowledge, and you're just so smart that you never even stop to solicit the dream? Because I see that a lot. And when I do big trainings and I help people and we make phone calls all day long at one of the phone workshops, the number one thing, the number one mistake people make, they talk too much, they don't listen enough, and they never talk about the dream. Now, the second reason people wouldn't join you is really simple. It's just that they flat out don't understand it. Not understanding it is majority of people that never even come to a meeting, never even look at it. They don't even know what they're saying no to. And so how can you close a person with your business builder pack? How could I get someone to become a CEO on my team, or that top executive, or purchase a whole makeup kit or a whole oil kit or a whole fashion kit or whatever it is that I might be excited about and selling? How am I going to get someone to buy in at that level if they never even see the program offering the benefits, the financial freedom, the big money that shocks people into saying, I'm all in? See, most people talk all about their company, all about their product, all about all of this stuff, and they never get down to how it actually works, how quickly that person could make the money. Where does the money come from that gets them what? The dream. Because the number one reason people will join you is they have a really big dream and they believe, they get it. This is how they could get this. They understand, like it's really, really simple. This is what you do. If you do this, you make that. If you make that, you get that. And don't get too smart here. Soliciting their dream, helping them understand it in the simplest way. A video works best, or a Ustream, or a conference call, or something that's so duplicatable that your people can then go do exactly what you did. I never want to take somebody to a meeting where the smartest guru in the whole company does a long presentation that's all polished and sells every single person in the room, unless I've shown them a duplicatable way that when we leave, they can go do it. Because none of us are going to be evangelists filling rooms with hundreds of people in every city in America. If that's what we're going to do, we're going to have one city and we're going to get everybody in one city. And then we're going to teach other people to go be an evangelist, right? Well, I've been doing this for 20 years. And when I had 10,000 people in my organization, those 10,000 all came from eight strong leaders. 15 leaders that I had all, 15 qualified leaders, 8 that were strong, 8 that were out there doing exactly what I was doing, 10,000 people in my organization. All of you can find 8 strong leaders. You're going to have hundreds with interest. But the thing about it is, whatever you do to show the program, people have to be able to see themselves doing exactly what you just did. So this video is for training purposes only. It's so that when people come on my team, when people in other companies stumble across this video, they go, oh my gosh, that makes so much sense. That's what I'm doing wrong. I talk too much. I don't listen, and I never talk about their dream. I'm just trying to sell them on my product. Well, there's this news flash, guys. Everyone has a miracle product, and they'll be sold on the next product just as quickly as you sold them on your product if they don't see the benefit, if they don't see the dream, the feeling, the reason why they emotionally attach themselves to whatever it is that you're selling and promoting. And the third reason why people don't join you is a reason that most people use as just an excuse. They don't think they can do it. And the reason they don't think they can do it is they're not a natural salesperson. Not thinking that they can do it is really just a self-esteem issue. And what needs to happen is you need to say to them, you can do this. I'm going to do all the work if you plug your people into me and the system until you understand exactly what to do. Now, that doesn't mean I make all the phone calls, I call all of their people, I close all of their people, I go drive the miles and help all of their people. That means I'm going to get on a three-way call and plug their people into the system. And you've got to have a system. If you don't have a system that everyone can use and duplicate, really what you have is a job. And I can show the plan and do a great job, and 100% of the people in the room will come running up to me afterwards and say, I want to get in, I want to get on, I want to get in. But the next question that they would have is, when are you coming back? And if I say not for a month, they're not going to do anything for a month. So I have to help them believe that they can do it. So back to the 3 reasons why people don't join you. Number 1, you didn't solicit their dream. Number 2, they didn't understand it. Number 3, they don't think they can do it. If they have a dream, they understand it, and they believe that with your help, they can get started, get their feet wet, and eventually grow and learn and plug into the system and grow to have an income like you or like the person you're edifying, they're in. And not only are they in, they're going to bring every one of their friends in because they believe. Belief is everything. An ounce of doubt will sink the whole ship. And if people have doubt before they join, that's normal, but you have to help them. You have to take them as far as they can see, then they're going to see a little bit further. So the next time you're getting ready to close your prospect and they say to you, oh, really, I'm just too busy. I just really don't have any extra money. I don't know if I know anybody that would do this business. You have to ask yourself, which one of those 3 reasons? Did you not solicit their dream? Because if they have a dream, you can go right back to them and say, in addition to that, is there anything else that's keeping you from getting started right now? And then they'll tell you the real reason, and it's not usually money, because if they believed that they could do it, they would know that money was just a temporary investment. They were going to be getting their money back right away. I don't have any money. I don't know any people. I just don't know if I could find anybody to do this. You know what that is really? That's, I don't think I can do it. That's why you have to share a story of, I know someone, you remind me of them. I know exactly how you feel. They felt the exact same way, and guess what they found out? Plugging into this simple system, they were able to overcome that fear of talking to people. They were able to overcome that lack of money, and now they have so much abundance. I would love to introduce you to them on a 3-way call because I hate for you to miss the opportunity just because of that. Is there any chance that I could introduce you to them? That third-party credibility, you guys, encouraging people that you can do this. If I can do this, you can do this. It helps you with your closing ratio because if people believe that they can do it, they'll find the money. If people understand it, how quickly they can make their money back, you're never going to get that objection, I just don't have the money. There are a lot of people that don't have the money, but if their dream is big enough, they'll find the money. Another objection that you might get sometimes is, oh, I've been in these businesses before, and I just don't know if I'd have any friends left that would do it. And you guys, I'll tell you my story. I have been in every company out there and failed, and that was my excuse. But when my dream was big enough, I called back that friend and said, listen, Tina, I know I swore we would never do this again, but I couldn't even sleep last night. You have got to see this. If you're not interested, I will never contact you again, but you've at least got to see what I'm doing because I believe, see, I understood it, that this could work and I could get that if I would just call a few other people. And do you know why I knew that I could do it? There was a simple video I could show that did all the work for me. It built credibility. It had other people's stories. I could edify others and use their story as my little stumbling block until I got a success story of my own. So I hope this little training has helped you today. And I hope that the next time you're getting ready to end a meeting and close your prospects or sell a product or you're doing a trade show or however it is that you build the business, if anyone tells you no, you ask yourself, was it the dream I didn't solicit? The benefits? What it would be like after they said yes to this? Did I not make it simple enough that they could understand it, which is number 2? Or was it number 3, that they just didn't think this could work for them? The way that you overcome all 3 is telling stories. And that's a whole nother training that I do. But in your story, you need to be able to tell what happened for you and how it happened and how you felt before and how you feel now, because that overcomes every single excuse that people could have. I absolutely believe that each and every one of you can close 80% of the people that you talk to if you will just focus in on the people, building their dream, keeping it simple so it makes sense, and assuring them that with your help and plugging into this system, there's no way they can fail other than to just flat out quit. I look forward to meeting each and every one of you, and I wish you all of the success. I love this industry. I believe it can work for everybody that gets involved, and I just wanted to share with you one of the most important trainings my mentor ever taught me, because I know that because of those three things that I learned, it's enabled me to make tens of thousands, even millions of dollars over the years in the last 20 years of building this industry.